Okay, this is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System. Good morning, my name is Jessica Brown. What is your full name, please?
My name is Matthew Thomas.
And what should I call you?
Please call me Matthew.
May I see your identification?
Yeah, sure, here it is.
Okay, thank you. In the first part of the IELTS speaking test, I will ask you some personal questions. Let's talk about shoes. Do you like buying shoes? How often?
Yeah, I enjoy buying shoes. You can say at least once in 6 months I go to a shoe shop.
Have you ever bought shoes online?
Oh yeah, once I had bought a shoe online which I still remember. It was really a bad experience for me. You know what? They deliver me 3 sizes bigger than what I ordered, and they never accepted it. Finally, I ended up throwing it in the trash.
How much money do you usually spend on shoes?
Well, I don't have any separate budget for shoes, but roughly I can say around $300 I spent yearly. Sometimes when I buy formal shoes I don't see the price tag. If they are comfortable I just buy them.
Which do you prefer, fashionable shoes or comfortable shoes?
I prefer comfy shoes whether they are fashionable or formal. Because I think if shoes are comfortable, we may gain copious health benefits and we can walk or run for a long time.
Okay, let's talk about public gardens. Would you like to play in a public garden or park?
I enjoy playing in the public parks. I have made some friends in the park, they come regularly for morning walk and I love joining them in the weekend.
What do you like to do when visiting a park?
As I said, I go at a weekend for the morning walk. Also, along with my friend, we do yoga for around 30 minutes. We also have a laughing session. This is really interesting, we just keep laughing without any reason. What else? Oh yeah, we also share each other's ongoing events.
How have parks changed today compared to the time when you were a kid?
Okay. I have seen many changes in the infrastructure of the park. When I was a kid there were limited resources to play like a merry-go-round, slider, swings. However, these days we can see plenty of equipment introduced such as climber playset, spinning wheel and many other types of equipment. What's more, the size of the park has also changed. Earlier it used to be very small, but nowadays you can see a dedicated area for parks.
Would you prefer to play in a personal garden or public garden?
Well, my preference between the public and private park is a public park. The main reason is, you can meet various people and make new friends. This is not something that we can have at a private park. Another thing is you can build social and collaboration skills as you meet and play with others as well.
Right, I'd like to move on and ask you some questions about mobile apps. What apps have you recently used?
I have installed various apps in my smartphone and use them every now and then. The latest, if I would say, I used Facebook Messenger app. I had to send message to friend to say that I would be going an IELTS speaking test and don't disturb for a while. So Messenger app I used just before an hour.
What kinds of apps are you usually interested in?
Gaming apps are really my cup of tea. I have loaded almost 10 to 12 paid version of game apps. I love playing mobile games whenever I have time. Messaging and calling apps is my second choice because these apps helps me to keep in touch with my relatives and friends.
What was the first app you used?
Well, I really don't remember my first app that I used. But I remember my first smartphone was an Android-based, and for this Google Play Store app is mandatory to install any apps. So without a doubt, I can say Google Play Store is my first app I used.
What kinds of apps would you like to use in the future?
That's really a difficult question because in the App Store every day plenty of new apps are released. As I don't want to addict to mobile apps more, I would love to reduce mobile usage as much as possible in the future.
Okay, that is the end of part 1. Now, we will move on to part 2. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got it.
I would like you to describe a time you bought something from a street or outdoor market. You should say when it was, where the market was, what did you buy, and explain how you felt about it. Your 1 minute for thinking starts now. Okay, now you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll let you know when the time is up. Could you start speaking now, please?
Well, I love shopping. Usually, I go to shopping malls to buy groceries and clothing. However, last month I have been to the city center to meet some of my friends. Once we gathered together, we had a plan to buy new costumes for coming Halloween. Some friends suggested visiting a shopping mall, but one of my friends encouraged us to visit the nearby street market. The market was within 10 minutes walking distance from the place where we met. It was very close to Times Square on Winston Avenue. Though it was nearest, we grabbed 2 taxis to accommodate of all us, so that we could reach quickly. The street market is big enough to spend the whole day there. You could say it is expanded in 2-kilometer length. There are various shops available, such as electronics, clothing, home appliances, toys and many more. It took us around an hour to find the fancy costume shops. As per the plan, I bought a Dracula Halloween costume. Initially, they said it cost $150, but I am an expert at bargaining and finally bought it for $90. In this deal, I also got some free accessories gifts. I felt surprised that on the street market we could get quality clothing at a reduced price. I was fully satisfied with what I purchased from the street market. I share about this street market with many of my other friends and family, and they are looking forward to shopping from there. I would also like to visit there again next week.
Now, you have been telling me about a time you bought something from a street or outdoor market, and now I'd like to ask you some more general questions related to this, so let's talk about it. What kind of markets are there in your country?
Well, in my country, there are many kinds of markets. The first and most famous is a shopping mall. We can find there many branded shops, cinemas and activities for kids. There is also a wet market. You can find a variety of fish, mutton and poultry items. Another is the night market. I love being here. You can find branded items here with up to 90% discount price. We also called it a black market. The street market is another kind where the chain of shops are situated along the roadside, and going here bargaining tricks are very important. What's more, you can also find hawkers in some streets.
Do you think small markets will disappear in the future?
Yeah, of course. In fact, this change we can see nowadays also. As compared to a few years before, now many small markets have closed temporarily. I had read a Business Insider article. Almost 40% of small markets have shut their business in the last 10 years. From these facts, in my prediction, we could not see any small business in the next 20 years. Either they will upgrade to themselves or close it.
Have people's shopping habits changed in recent years?
Well, certainly yes. These days people are choosing online purchases rather than physically visiting shops. There are many e-commerce websites available that are user-friendly, comparison tools and many other useful functionalities. These customer retaining functions attracts more users and change their habit of shopping. To tell the truth, I also have changed my tendency from physical shops to online shopping.
What are the differences between shopping in street markets and big shopping malls?
There are several reasons between shopping in street markets and big shopping malls. First, the cost of items buying in malls is very high as compared to street markets. People shell out in the big malls. Second, in big malls, we can find various shops under one roof, which is not something on the street market. Another difference is the chain shops. Any shopping malls you go to, you will find similar shops and similar items, but for small market shops, you will not find their franchises anywhere.
Thank you. This is the end of IELTS speaking test.
Hello again, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you for your IELTS preparation. If you not subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and press the bell icon to get latest uploaded into your inbox. We will bring you many more useful videos and tips for IELTS preparation, directly from the community of ESOL teachers and retired IELTS examiners. I wish you good luck for your IELTS exam.